Hey guys, welcome again to the channel. I'm Don. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing a gift request, and I love doing these. They're a lot of fun. It's usually a song that just isn't normally requested on the channel, so we're getting independent artists in here. Well, we've got an independent artist the whole time I've been doing the channel, but not the ones that you know, like George Jones and such. These artists are making a name for themselves. Some of them are a lot smaller than others. Some are bigger on the Texas scene. But nonetheless, Matt Galardo made a donation for me to do Ian Noe's song, If Today Doesn't Do Me In. And titles like that just rope you in, don't they? They just sort of like suck you in to say, all right, what's the story here? Why? If today doesn't do me in, what's the rest of it? So, Matt, thank you for the gift, by the way. Yeah, it's just, I love doing these. So I'm going to see why you want me to do Ian Noe's If Today Doesn't Do Me In. Let's see if I can figure this one out. Oh, it started different than I was expecting. I was expecting up tempo. Pretty.
In a heavy rain, standing off an old county road, beside a high rolling river so swift, there was a hitchhiking stranger, quite pale from the cold, on a cane trying to thumb down a lift. Well, I pulled up beside him and let my window on down to the rain and the bone-chilling wind. Said you look awful warm in this late winter storm. Which way are you headed, my friend? Right up to the spotlight, drinking all that coke and gin, and I'll be a suit-wearing man with gold in my hand if today doesn't do me in.
Wow, that was set up well.
Behind a gas station counter, moving crates full of things that look far too heavy for her, there stood a girl with a frown, said, let me just set these down, and I'll be right with you, sir. I said, no hurry here, take all the time that you want. She said, a little time and you just wait and see. Oh, I'll be without a care when I finally get there. I said, miss, tell me where might that be? Right up to the spotlight, drinking all that coke and gin, I'll be a dress-wearing girl with the heels in the pro if today doesn't do me in.
All right, so everybody's got dreams of getting out and being bigger, and there's a certain measure of confidence, perhaps diluted confidence, delusional confidence, or delusion. But man, I got to see where this is going. What a great storytelling voice Ian has.
If today doesn't do me in.
That's the key. Why would today do them in? And does today refer to that very day or just that time period?
Well, I got a head full this morning, cutting out through the fog. You know I can't help but wonder what's left from every road that dead ends to those old bitter men passing time on the old courthouse steps. And there's a feeling you get not far from despair that sometimes sits in on your mind.
Yeah.
But if it's all that you've got, you still set the clock and you get up for the reason to climb.
Yep.
Right up to the spotlight, drinking all that coke and gin, and I'll leave these shadows behind for a new peace of mind if today doesn't do me in. But if today doesn't do me in,
the instrumentation on that was so good because it had the combination of ominousness, the dun, dun, dun going, with the uplifting instrumentation with the sweet picking. And so it's like, if the despair doesn't get me, here's all the good things that are going to happen. I'm going to head toward that spotlight. Yeah, I mean, it's about, I mean, I think everybody can relate to this, where it's about dreams. I mean, some people have realized their dreams, but then they dream something else. I mean, I was just listening to a seminar. I mean, I'm always listening to seminars, but this one, I forget even what it was about. I don't think it was on human behavior, but it had to do with a sociologist and psychologists and social psychologists were saying studies have shown that happiness is almost irrespective of how much you make. There's like a threshold that they set in the seminar that said somewhere around $75,000 a year. Beyond that, happiness, whether you make $1 million a year or $100,000 a year, there's not a difference in people who reported their happiness. There's a sense of security you have when you make a lot more money, but we adjust very quickly. I saw listening to another seminar, was reading something that generally within about 3 weeks of a new circumstance in life, whether it's a new job, a new raise, a new home, what have you, that we mentally adjust within about 3 weeks to it, and that becomes our new floor. And that new floor, the sense of our new floor, isn't any different than the prior floor. It won't be any different as far as sentiment goes than the next floor. The journey to get there is a different issue, and you have that elation when you've accomplished something. But then once you get there, all of a sudden your challenges become different. So if you suddenly are making all this, millions of dollars, and family and friends know it, now you've got the concern about, well, people are coming to you for money and you've got to tell people no. Or maybe you don't, but now you've got different worries on your mind about, wow, this cousin of mine now hates me because I said no or didn't give him or her enough. And then so your worries and challenges and your feel of life changes. And this here is just about holding on to your dreams. Keep trying for more. Don't give up on that. But even then, once you get there, though, and he didn't say this, but once you get there, you have to learn to adjust, in a sense, to be happy where you're at. But I really like the way he depicted this, the way it was set, like the imagery along the road. He rolled the window down. It was cold, but the other guy didn't look cold. He's like, because I've got this great future if today doesn't do me in. The courthouse thing, though, that was an interesting thing. I don't know why there was at a courthouse. I guess that emblematizes or is symbolic of something that could go wrong if the judge says I'm innocent or something. Yeah, Matt, that is a not uncommon Matt Galardo request. Something that is a brain twister. At times I felt like I was listening to Dylan vocally. I don't just mean lyrically, but lyrically as well, the way the story wove its way through reality, but also touched on potential despair. And there's a girl working at the gas station checkout. So assuming I heard enough of the lyrics correctly, that, I got to rate that? All right. The number that hit me immediately when I realized it was a 9.2. That was just a story. That was a grown-up story. Like you see, picture kids in kindergarten listening to a story, of the sheep that went here. This was a grown-up story, but it had the same sort of like cadence, winding its way through life. Where's this going type of deal? And we never did find out. It's just a depiction of life. Very common for us. So there it is. Matt, thank you again. I'll see you guys on another video. You can thank Matt for that. Have a great day. Keep rocking the country.